Well, if you guys are watching this, made it through the year, this is our 2024 highlight video. Thanks for all you guys subscribers for sticking in there, hitting that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed yet, you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. It's free. According to YouTube, 70% of you guys aren't subscribed. What are you doing? Hit that button, hit that like button, drop us a comment. I like reading comments. Let me know where you guys are from, what you guys are up to. Enjoy the video. 2024 ain't the only new thing on this farm. Let's get some snow, boys. Well, Monday, January 1st, 2024. We're all moving a little bit slow today. So we're doing bare minimal chores. Oh, that's the load. 4/3 cut grass, 6 teff on the back top, and then 12 alfalfa on the bottom. That is a load for this week at the sale barn. New hay shed is, about 2/3 full yet. The barn was our main retail shed before we built this spring, but this shed with the open long side works really good because we can have the different bays and sort hay a lot better. So that the main barn up in front of the house there is our alfalfa shed. Courtney, what's their names? Buddy and Buddy? Yeah. You got a red one and a black one? It's a dusty process, but the cows are bedded. They're on teff grass right now, stuff stored outside. Pretty decent stuff. Let's talk about goals. Goals are an awesome thing, and we're into the new year. So our 2024 goals for the cattle herd, we really want to calve 50, but our goal is 40 for sure. And our 2024 goal for YouTube, for you guys, is 3,000 subscribers. Our 5-year goal for our cattle herd, by 2029, I believe that is. Man, that sounds like a long ways away. But calving 100 cows, 150 head on the farm at all times. So as I said in the past, our operation with our shed size is perfect for 50 cows, 50 calves. So to optimize that, we are actually gonna go to 50 springers, 50 cows calving in the spring, and 50 cows calving in the fall. So hook up the 1071 Westfield, and we're gonna transfer some wet corn from this big bin and top off the drying bin, and we're not gonna dry it. We're actually just gonna turn the stirrators on and blend it. This spring, 2024, will be my 10th planting season. I have been farming 10 years. Have been self-employed farming for 10 full years after this spring. Wednesday, January 10th, I believe. Yes, Wednesday, January 10th, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We hauled 2 loads today yet. We're gonna swap the auger back to the dry bin. I wanted to pull a load out of this big bin to see what it dried down with the fan. I've been farming 10 years on my own. Both me, my beautiful wife, full-time on this farm, enjoying it with our daughter, and living the American dream, and I am damn proud of the operation we've grown. Sunday fun day. Don't know the date, but it is about 11 degrees below zero with a wind chill around 20-21 below. I'll say, last couple times this auto starting the skid loader has been really nice. Haven't even had to come out here and start it. It's warmed up, heat's running when I get out here, and I guess I just gotta thank my wife. Let's see what the boss has to say. Hey, unlock the truck. Well, there's your load of corn stalks. Everything looks good. We're gonna get these to the sale barn, and it's gonna be dark by the time I get home. And I had a baby boy January 22nd. So a little bit of a surprise, but both baby and mom are healthy. We got mud, we got ruts, and in the mornings we got frozen ruts. It's gonna be a long spring. So just beautiful day. I'm actually in a t-shirt. So February 1st. So I don't have very many batches under my belt. As you guys seen this fall, I got this running for the first time. So it's still a learning curve. I just rather be a little too dry than too wet and still get docked. Not the sight we normally see February 18th in the alfalfa barn. I got 8 bales of second cut left, and then we're out of second cut alfalfa. We got this one row of 3 high, and then we're in the addition to the barn, which is single layer, 65 bales back there. Like that, we're transferring corn. Man, this hurts. After spending all that time washing the spreader, it's time for it to get dirty. So the new heifers are the green tagged ones. So they got the cow or the heifer number on them, and then the month they're supposed to calve in. Really, really nice looking group. There were 16 of them. We're still looking for another 10-15 head. Hopefully we can find some, but for now we'll just keep looking. These are them new heifers. Looking pretty good, getting more comfortable, and they're getting hungry, so they'll walk right up to us now. We're getting the shop ready for a party. I turned 30, Courtney turned 3, and mom turns 29. So we're having a shop party. Got meat cooking, and of course, calves got to start hitting the ground. We got 2 fresh ones on the ground within the last hour, and one for sure more on its way. Got the feed out, and possibly one more with the water broke. So it all happens all at once. You guys see a lot of hay go to the auction. The reason why we deal with auction is nobody's perfect, and it's a good source to get rid of all that hay that isn't 100%. We call it reputation hay. The only hay that leaves this farm that goes to the horse people and the horse places are the hay that we'll put our name on it. It's our reputation hay. Anything that might have a little bit too much leaf shatter, a little bit of dust, mold, or whatever, it's a lot easier, we found, to put wheels under it, go to the sale barn, and they buy it at their own discretion. So this was, if you're new to the channel, my first tractor I've ever bought. It's got a special place on the farm. I can't say I would never sell it, because you never say never. You shoveling corn? Yeah? You stay away from the auger, right? Yeah. Dangerous. Tuesday, March 5th, we are gonna load the last load of 2023 corn this morning. Well guys, March 11th, 2:40 in the morning. This wasn't my reason for heating the shop. But definitely, that's a nice place to have somewhere warm. I got a lot to catch you guys up on, but this is the second emergency vet call of the weekend. This is a little boy that you guys seen in the shop. Yes, bro, no, I don't remember the dates. That one time at like 2:30 in the morning, his mom, he actually came out all healthy and stuff. There was nothing wrong with him, but his mom actually prolapsed. Vet came out here. It was an emergency call, second one of the weekend. So, but vet came out. We got it pushed back in, and she's sewed up. And so far, so good. We are going to try something new. We are going to attempt to do 30 days of calving. I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but we're going to try. And we have the 90-degree sweep tub set out up here. Put our AeroQuip Q-Catch 74 on the exit of it. And we're coming into the shed. This is our first calving pen of 2. We got 4 set up. So these are approximately 12 by 12. Then we come across here. We have our creep panel set up so the calves can get inside. And over on this far side, we have a holding pen. I don't know, you can fit 2-3 animals in here. So we try to catch the cows, the heifers, before they calve, put them in the pen, leave them in there for 12 hours, work the calf, and we kick the pairs outside. This is a lot we kick the pairs out in, and we have a fence up here. We actually tried something new this year. We split this, and we planted no-till drilled winter rye. You're just a friendly little guy. Yeah. She calved, and the calf was got up and started nursing right away, and was trying to nurse on another cow, and was getting laid out. So, how'd you get down here in a curry?
Hey, 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 hey! You go 27. Hey, hey! Okay, Cordy, come in.
Well, he's alive. That's a good sign. That looks like a healthy calf to me. Last night. And action picked up around 2 o'clock. I knew it was going to be a early morning. We had 2 heifers going to labor, which are these 2, and a cow. And by 4 a.m., well, actually probably by 3:30, we had 3 calves on the ground. These 2 never got up. They've probably been in here about 4.5, 5 hours. So we gave them colostrum right away when we got them in here, got them warmed up. I knew the snowstorm was going to bring calves in, but that is 7 or 8 since the storm started.
Very good outcome when we kind of were thinking we would have 2 bottle calves on our hands. It's moving day. This is a little bull calf that was born in a storm. That was one that was in the shop. That was the spunkier of the 2. This little bull calf was one that came in, one of the first of the 3 that came in. Not that was most recently born, if that makes sense. Little heifer calf out of one of our cows. Another little heifer calf. And then we got 2 calves that found their way into the alley and are causing some trouble back here. So with the snowstorm, we ended up with 7 healthy calves. All 7 of them made it. We are very fortunate, because if you have been following along, we had 2 heifers. This was one of them, born in kind of the thick of the storm, that ended up in the shop. Cage of calves. Figured this was the easiest way to move them all at once. We're almost there. The pen of calves. 7 of them in there. Mamas are patiently waiting. All right, here we go. Who's gonna find their mama first?
So we're gonna work this calf. This is a little bull calf that was born about 12 hours ago. Our protocol for calves, throw an ear tag in, and if it's a bull calf or steer, the tag's gonna directly match its mom. But then as you can see, this heifer right here, the 4000 starts for 2024. So whatever year we're in, that's how we dictate if we keep their placement. The age before we retag them, but we will retag them with a 3-digit 700 number or 800 or whatever once we fully commit to keeping them. So heifers start with the 4, they're a 4-digit, and the steers, bull calves, just match their mom. And then after tagging them, we do a nasogen with PMH, I believe it is, and that covers anything respiratory wise, as far as any pneumonias, that kind of stuff. And then we use scour gel, which we've been using for 4 or 5 years now. Then after that, we will throw a band on it. So.
Is he trying to be my friend, or does he want to take me out?
Them all your calves? Them all your calves? Hey, day 12 of 30 days of calving. Pull it down. So this is the one that prolapsed. What's her number?
34.
234. So it's just a loop stitch. We got cut and then pull it out. And I believe we'll be done with her. Easy girl.
Easy there, easy.
Easy.
Just pull it out. Hopefully everything stays inside, right? Let me see your gloves. Are you working cows?
Maya.
We done with this one?
Yeah.
Okay, shall we let her out?
Maya.
This is one we bought this spring, so we're gonna throw one of our tags in it. So we had to go in a little bit farther than normal, keep like an inch between that oblong hole, so hopefully it don't tear through. Then we gotta clean all this net wrap off. It isn't a fun job, but it isn't horrible either, and it sure beats forking the bedding and hay out. It comes with this pole right here. It's got a sharp knife on the other end, and you line the drum up. I don't know if you guys can see it. You line the drum up with that notch, and it's got a slot in the drum. So for the main feed drum, you just push that right in, and it cuts the net a lot easier than you would figure. I didn't think it was going to work at all, but it actually works pretty good.
We don't have very friendly cows.
Number is this calf? 750? 750?
Daddy's favorite cow.
Yeah, Daddy's favorite. First bull calf, now a steer, out of that cow since we've owned her for 5 years. You know them nice warm spring rain showers that start greening the grass? Yeah, this definitely ain't one of them. It's like 38 degrees and the rain is freezing. We're bringing our load to the weekly load to the sale barn of hay, and we had a calf. It's our aggressive mom. So it's time to use the calf catcher.
Look at that rye. The rain and the sun we've gotten now, it is looking nice. Cows are gonna enjoy that.
Well, this has nothing to do with calving, but we are having all sorts of fun now. So, all new brake parts on the 1-ton mega cab. Caliper mount bolts. Actually, for the actual mount bolts themselves wouldn't come up. So, they can't be tight if they're liquid. Day 30 of 30 days of calving. I believe we're looking at a little heifer calf. And if that's the case, she's probably sticking around. So 724, her mom was one of our originals. Her number was 724 also. And that was one of my wife's favorite cows. We pick favorites around here, if you guys haven't told in some of the videos. But that was one of her favorites we had to put down 2 years ago, I think. So if this little heifer calf will continue her dividing fence down 2 days ago. And let everybody, all the pairs, out on this little patch of rye. Normally they get this whole patch right away in the spring, but I wanted to try throwing a winter crop in and getting some root structure back in the soil, some soil structure, so it holds up a little bit better. And man, I think this experiment was a win-win.
That's the farm, the cow pasture, where the cows should be, therefore where the calves should be. I'm just out in the middle of the alfalfa field here. Not even the middle, I'm past the middle. And we got something out here that doesn't belong. What are you doing out here? Huh? What are you doing out here?
What'd you buy? A New Holland? That's pretty sweet. 15 minutes to auction, we're already bringing something home. What do you got? Mini donuts? Are they good? Yeah. We're getting pretty waterlogged. You ain't gonna catch me complaining yet. The drought years are way too fresh in my memory. But hopefully we can get some weather to get the crops in the ground. We'll see. It's still early yet. April 30th. Day 4. And there's the finished project. We purchased 3 H&S 16-foot forage wagons, 2 501s with the apron chain unload, and a 7+4 twin auger, which the two 501s have walking tandems. This one's got a jumbo 10. Well, this is a chopper. It's a New Holland 900, 824 corn head, 2-row, 30-inch. I don't have the hay head. I believe it's like an 890 or something. Thursday, May 13th, I believe. We're hot and heavy in the plant season. Gonna grease up the case 3950 and start working corn ground. So hopefully we can slam some corn in the ground before the rain starts. Getting ready to go slam some corn in the ground. Just dealing with the normal planter issues, roll pins, and lubing the millions of chains that are on here. All in all, everything's going good. Well, we're planting. Fought with that roller chain again all this morning. But we're doing headlands on the last cornfield I got worked. Wednesday, May 29th, about 10:30 a.m. We are chopping winter rye. We're chopping it nice and fine. Supposed to be 3/8 average pieces. This morning we got John Deere coming out. I completely grenaded the gear case on the 946, the 13.5 foot cut. So they are about 2.5, 3 weeks out. And as you know, we do a lot of hay. We cannot wait. So I purchased another machine from the dealer. So they're bringing the new machine out, taking the old one in for service, and when we get that one back, hopefully we'll run two and see how that goes. So usually I fix all these disc spines myself. As you can see, we shear the shear hub, which is normal. Rip the retainers, the knives off. Ain't all that uncommon, but I actually, with this rock, locked the cutter bar solid, and I took this gear case off. As you can see, it's loose. I didn't tighten it all the way, but popped that off, and the whole cutter bar is contaminated. There's gear chunks and bearing race and roller bearings inside the cutter bar. You can see this rye. It is good 4.5 feet tall. We do not have I don't have the time to tear in that disc spine myself. Well, we got her hooked up. As you can see, it is 11 foot cut, a little bit smaller machine. Really nice, and I got a huge shout out to Minnesota Equipment for getting this new machine out to me and taking my old one. And we're gonna hear the damages coming up this week. Last field. We are going slow because the rye stubble did not work up very good. The rub balls got chunky, and as you can see, we're only going 3.9 miles an hour. And the row units are not riding as smooth as I like to see.
Wednesday, June 26th, first alfalfa bale made. 13.6.
But that's a wrap of this field. Approximately 72, 73 acres. Rolled and ready to seed. This is actually my first year farming this ground. Just picked it up this year. Nice addition to the farm. 72 acre field.
Day, June 30th. We're just out at the cow lot doing some maintenance, replacing some posts.
Daddy is working on whatever. He's working on that. Yeah.
Did you get that?
Yeah?
That didn't work very good, did it?
No.
So we got this all finished up. First couple bites of the rye that we chopped for them this spring.
Look who's back. We got the 946 John Deere back. Brand spanking new cutter bar. We decided we had three options. We went with the brand spanking new cutter bar. Dropped the old one out, put the new one in. And fastest and actually one of the most economical. 5 acres in and she can already turn the hydro swing better than all the other men on YouTube that don't use them how they're supposed to be. I never would have thought, what is it, July 11th or something, and we're cutting first cut alfalfa. Never would have thought. It's her first time ever cutting hay. I'm proud of her.
Friday, July 12th. We're about 7:15 in the evening. This is the alfalfa field at home. We raked this at about 7 o'clock this morning with the dew still on it. So he is now baling it. We decided to bale these in 6-footers and have this be cattle feed just because this is first cut. It's extremely late to be doing first cut, so while it's still good feed, it's not really good horse hay, so we decided to do big bales and keep them to feed to the cows. This is the teff that we planted, I want to say middle of June. There are definitely some bare spots here and there, but overall, this is going to be a pretty good crop. Look how nice and thick this is. Nice and tall. And this is relatively weed-free right here. So this is second cut alfalfa growing. How is it?
65 4x5s off of 8 acres. Not a record for us, but a record for the field. Good to see manure getting put to use.
Saturday evening, just past 6 o'clock. We're getting some grass hay put in the shed. Evan baled just shy of 100 bales. First cut grass in one field, first cut grass alfalfa mix in another. So we are hauling them home right now. We got one more load out in the field of stuff that's coming home to get put in the shed. Buddy. Thursday, July 25th. Down in the cattle barn. We are not quite halfway cleaned out, but we're getting there.
Well, give her the thumbs up. That'll be the last load out of here. Got to scrape the floor. Had a couple buckets on that far edge, but we'll just add that to the stockpile over there. Tuesday the 30th, rained again last night, so we didn't have much to do. We're out here pulling samples, and we're gonna run them to get tested. So this right here is the alfalfa grass, new seeding. There's some rye cover crop in there that we're feeding the cows. We're gonna test that. We got some grass, first cut grass alfalfa. We tested some pure alfalfa, and then that second cut we baled the other day. So just pulling 5-6 samples, and gonna run them to the lab and see how they come back at.
I'll grab 2 bags of the mineral and we'll top off their mineral feeder. All right, so we got their mineral topped off. They did have some left, but that's all right. That's a good thing. That means they're getting caught up on their mineral intake. And they do still have plenty of salt. This mama right here, my favorite mama, 740. She had her second calf this year. Sunday, August 4th, and we are out cutting some teff. Wednesday, we just got back from getting the new hydraulic line. We are actually replacing 2, not just 1 like I previously said. So we got the shield off the PTO. This is the new line we already put on there.
Come on, Mike.
You run it all the way up. It runs underneath. It's this line here. And it goes to the back of the machine. Second line we're doing is one of these 2. We got it all bolted back together. Just a couple of bolts. Gets the shield back on. And it's all put back.
sign this time of year. Rye is in the bin. Wasn't able to market it. Multiple different reasons. The rye market's horrible. Supposedly there's too many cover crops, and with the wet spring, nobody was able to terminate it and get their cash crop in. So I guess there's so much rye out there. Local rye with basis, cash bids went from $6.25 locally to well, all the way down to $4, and then $3.50. The problem is with this stuff is when I pulled the sample on Wednesday when we were going to combine it, I brought it down to one of the grain terminals that take it, and none of it sprouted. 14% moisture, pretty nice stuff, but we'd had to dry it. So I don't know what happened. Basically, we combined it Wednesday, and from Wednesday to Monday, it must have sprouted in the truck. The weird thing is it never heated. You guys know my daughter Courtney. Her nighttime routine is watching one YouTube video a night right before bed, and she likes all you guys. She watches a lot of you guys' farm channels. She's been watching a lot of Ormond Simmentals, and lately it's been Rock Hard Ranch. So if you guys know Rock Hard Ranch, she's got goats. So these are I know nothing about goats, but Nigerian dwarfs or something like that. These two are males, banded males, and the right one's Chevy, the left one is Turbo, and then we got two females over here. Brown spotted one's Tesla, and the one drinking is Avery. The other day, August 19th, we separated our two bulls, so breeding season is officially over with. Last video, we were cutting that beautiful alfalfa, and we were going to bail it the day after we posted that video, but yeah, we got another 6/10 of rain. So, that beautiful alfalfa ain't so beautiful anymore. The round baler is going to have its mouth full. Well, it's still Sunday, August 25th. It is about 6:30 in the evening. Gave this stuff as long a time as I could drying it. Started baling just over a half hour ago, and this is a 40-second bale. We are baling 4 11-foot swaths, 11 and a half. 4 swaths together, raked together. So that's 44 foot plus 44 foot of material in the windrow, and it's got us choked down to 5.2 miles an hour, and we are making 70-inch bales.
These jerseys. These jerseys go for like 100 or for like 100.
Nice looking calf crop this year, and we weaned a little bit earlier. Typically we try the middle of September. This was right at September 1st. Sunday, September 8th, about 11 a.m. Just heading up to the hay shed here, and gonna start the skid loader And we'll start by doing chores and get into moving some hay, and then we gotta get back out to the hay field, that tough grass field, finish cutting. Both mowers are broke down, they need shear hubs, so I'll take you along for that process. I'm gonna grab these last 2 bales, and this will be the last load of third cut alfalfa for the year. Pure alfalfa. Got some third cut orchard grass and alfalfa mix, but as far as a straight alfalfa, this is then the third cut. On a side note, you guys don't get to see this angle of the farm much. Got the cattle shed there on the right, that's the calf shed. That's the north calf shed, and then the new hay shed in the middle, and then the south shed, that's where the cows are. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, finally getting going. Stripped off a couple turtles, 4 shear hubs off this old cutter bar. So, it's coming in handy for parts. Well, we're at the field. I'll show you what we got going on. We're cutting so close to the ground because it's so lodged that we're hitting anything and everything. And you can actually see we're picking up dirt on the rolls. Mud on the cutter bar. It's one of the things, horrible conditions. I don't want to be out here, but there's going to be probably upwards of 600 bales out here, mid 5s anyways. So we don't really have a choice. Are you sitting in the truck eating snacks?
Yeah.
Why? Both cutters serviced, ready to go. And that's all she wrote. 491 4x5s in one field.
Bulls have such a hard life this time of year. Sit around in nice bedding, being lazy. Good job.
here about 15, 16 miles south of the farm. South and east, actually. And we're out here cutting teff grass. This farm has just over 200 acres on it. This is first cutting. This was planted really late. Yields are going to be mixed. We had some germination issues and I believe some spreading issues. But anyways, we're getting it cut. Amanda's out here cutting. She's got 10A6 and 11.5 foot cutter. It's going to take forever. Big machine's down. We'll get to that later on in this video. I'm gonna tear into this. This is our big cutter. The problem is in this tongue there's a drive line that goes from that gearbox to the pulley that runs the belt on the back. So it's a hex shaft and it's held in here on the other side of the machine by carrier bearings, and there's 5, I believe. This carrier bearing right here, the first one, actually went out on us when we started cutting down there in Bram, and the tongue was smoking. There was actually I'll show you, there was actually a fire inside the tongue. Didn't burn anything up, but I'm gonna start disassembling this and see what we got. This cutter has been a pain in the butt this year. We already got over 17,000 in the cutter bar. And this is gonna cost probably $1,000. It was like $6 grand to have the dealer do it. We're gonna do it ourselves. This machine probably is not gonna be on this farm next year. Tuesday, September 24th, about 2:45 in the afternoon. She was out of fuel, so we had to put the slip tank in the Cummins and brought her fuel. She's full now. Been cutting for, what is it, 3 days now, and I have about 70-ish acres left of this 200 and some acre farm. Well, it's Thursday. We're back. We got that 210, 205 acre farm of teff grass cut, and we're back cutting alfalfa.
Last 3 days, raked, baled, and hauled just over 300 bales. Hauled until 2 o'clock in the morning, technically this morning, yesterday. And it is 9:30 now, and this is the last bales to go home. And this is only a third of the farm. In the last 4 days, we have baled over 800 bales, big round bales, and we have hauled over 300 of them already. That is our plan for today, haul some more bales.
Some nice leafy fourth cut. So the baler broke down for the first time ever, this 460M. We had this hydraulic line rubbed through that screw nut right there. So we gotta replace the hydraulic line. We are dry. It hasn't rained in 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. But let's hope the rain holds off until we get our crops out. Try and go bale some alfalfa. It's gonna be borderline. I think it's gonna be like 17, 18. But we'll see what the moisture tester on the baler says, and then decide if we're gonna go or not. Alfalfa was too wet to bale today. Running in the upper 20s, lower 30s.
The aftermath of preg checking and giving new tags.
She is pregnant.
So preg checking, we did end up with 6 open. 3 of them we weren't super surprised. One of them prolapsed on us this spring, so she was going to be iffy if she'd breed back. 2 of them are cows, and they calved. They were our last 2 to calve this spring, so they only had about a month and a half with the bull. And then we had 3 second calf heifers that were open. We also vaccinated them as they went through and gave them a pour on. It's upside down because it's hanging for pouring on, but that just goes on their back. We also gave them an oral for liver flukes, an 8-way, and then a cattle master.
Huge shout out. It's been a couple videos now, but we hit 3,000 subscribers. Huge shout out to each and every one of you guys.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Corman.
He said aye?
Yeah.
Field's all raked. Evan's just finishing the last several windrows. The sun is officially gone down. It's getting dark.
But me and my buddy are gonna go bale some hay.
Time to switch the heads around. Gonna start chopping soon. Who's working harder here, Evan or Courtney? not 100% ideal, definitely drier than we normally would chop, but we're so far behind this year that this is just when we are getting to it, so. Last 8 rows going in the box. Bag's all full, time to get the bagger off. We are currently out in a second cut grass field. Still got quite a bit of ground to cover. Slowly but surely we're getting it done. Day number 2. We are out in a new seeding field. This is second cut on this field. Got the second field cut. This was the field that I spread manure on this summer. Looks pretty good. Friday, October 25th. Switching gears a little bit. Back in the 1086. We're gonna haul some manure. We did get rain last night, so we are going to hold off tedding until this afternoon to give the ground a chance to dry a little bit. All right, we're starting to ted. Fueling up. We're gonna go bale some hay.
You know, I swear, it's not because they're hard on fuel, it's because you use them all the time. But every time I get in the skid loader, it seems like it's out of fuel. Well guys, this is a pretty big announcement for us as a farm. Not so big for you guys on YouTube, but we actually started selling retail meat right out of our farm. And we got 2 commercial freezers that we're actually selling beef out of. This one's full of burgers. This one's got all our fine cuts, steaks, roasts, burger patties. Like I said, not so big announcement for YouTube, big announcement for us. We have thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in starting up this. So it's in the freezers and stocking them with meat. If you guys are customers and watching this, please continue to support. It's just awesome. Awesome seeing the community come and get farm fresh beef right out of our freezers on our farm. We are just over 50 loads into this pile, I believe. There's probably still another 25, maybe 30. And them are big loads with our 400 bushel spreader. I think it's 410 or something like that. steamy load. Calves are scraped. Starting on the stock pot.
I'm buying some corn.
Got the drainage ready. We fished the rye out. There's still some rye, but
On our way home, we stopped and got some more bale feeders. This blue one's a heavier duty one for the cows. This red one behind it is a little bit lighter duty. Gonna be for the calves, it's a little bit smaller. We got the belt back on. We are back in action.
Good thing we baled them corn stalks last night, huh?
yeah.
Monday, November 25th. We are actually gonna put the bulls back in with the cow herd. Something new for us. Another breeding season on the farm. Well, we caught the group we wanted. 3 left of the jerseys that are gonna get pulled out. They're gonna be put on grain. Then that heifer over there, the green tag, she is the one that prolapsed this spring and she did not rebred. Come on, big boys. Go with your ladies. Get to work. So we have, I think, 8 or 9 open animals that we are gonna breed for September of next year. So this is officially the start. If you guys follow the channel, I've been talking about it for a while, but this is the start of breeding for our fall herd. I have 3 bags of barn lime Gonna dump one bag in each bay that we cleaned out for the calves, and then probably put bean stubble down. We'll see what happens. Do most of the work with the skid loader, and the rest by hand. So the amount of work I do with the skid loader depends on my wife's mood, right?
What?
I said the amount of work I do spreading it out with the skid loader depends on your attitude. Yeah. It got down to 7-8 degrees last night. Everything's pissed off. We're running this morning. If that spreader is not too froze up, we're gonna try and get one more day of hauling manure. This will be the last full load, and then come back for a few partial buckets off the calf barn stockpile. Well, we moved down to the compost pile out by the cow yard. They're gonna have silage for the first time this fall, and they're gonna enjoy every bit of it. Let's get the bag open and start feeding silage. Everybody looks good down here. Let's get a couple buckets up to the calves, see how they like it. Calves are a little bit less accepting of it, which is normal. We got a semi showing up very, very shortly. Load out a load of corn, bring that down the cities. Hopefully come back for one more for sure. And if you can get one more down there, we'll load out 3 loads today.
Bedding the ladies nice and heavy. This ground is very hard and unforgiving right now with no snow on it. So we're gonna do chores as quick as we can, make sure everybody is good, has water, and then we're going on a little road trip to get a new animal. Poor Mr. Bull.
I don't know if you guys heard, but we're going to South Dakota. No! Where are we going? Crazy. Came all the way to South Dakota to go to run-ins, didn't we? Yeah. Package acquired.
Puppy.
Bubby. We made it back home. 440 miles. I think we left at just after 9 o'clock. We were gone. The dealer was in. Checking out a squeal on this thing that I couldn't figure out. I don't know if they got it figured out. It's back together. So we'll see when we do chores tomorrow morning.
"10 hours later, and that's a wrap. Home with the new puppy. Time to go in the house and call it a night.